All right. Hello and welcome. Welcome back, actually. We are going ahead with All Signs Valentine's Day slash weekend reading. And we're going to check into the side that has pyrite, so like a gold, a goldish color type of stone there. And it's called Fool's Gold as well. But we also have on this side over here, we have the Valentine's weekend for singles. So this side will represent the sign in a couple dynamic, and this one will represent the sign in a single situation. Okay, so let's go ahead here. Let's keep going here. I've got Leo to Scorpio. I believe I'll be doing this segment, and then the next segment will be Capricorn, no, Sagittarius to Pisces, right? So let's go ahead here. Let's see what's going on for those that are coupled for Leo. All right, so Leo, we're starting with you in this second part. We're going to start with you, and we're going to see what is going on for those who are in a couple dynamic, So let's see here. Let's see what's happening for Leo. Okay, just a second. There we are. Oh, I mean, kind of, sort of, no coincidences, right? I'll keep that to the side for a second. And I'm just going to start, I'm going to start shuffling the deck here for Leo. So, Leo, what's your story in your dynamic with your other human? All right, let's see here. What's happening with your partner? What's going on with you? What's happening in the dynamic? There they are. So I see that one right there. And there were these two here. Is there anything else for Leo, please? That is in a couple situation. There it is. Got it. Okay. So let's see here, Leo. Let's take a look. What is going on in your relationship, right? So we have, first and foremost, we have the Two of Wands. So that is a presenting of a crossroads. Not really, maybe not knowing which way to go, something of that nature. Next one up, we have the Empress. Oh, that's probably you. You could be making a specific decision about something. You could already be married to your individual or thinking about getting married. There's a celebration here as well. That's lovely. That's actually very nice. Then I've got the Strength card. There you are. So it's pretty much a reading about you. I mean, I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm not surprised. I really am not. But we're gonna see what is going on, right? And then after that, the Fool, very nice. After the Fool, we have the Page of Cups, really lovely, and the World. Hmm. Okay. Let's see what is actually going on. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust my chair. Just a moment here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So this way I can see what's going on as well. All right. So first things first. You may actually go abroad it could be something along the lines of going abroad to study or finish something. Okay, finish a certain type of paper, a study paper or something of that nature. Get a specific degree in something or a master's in something, whatever this is. There is also, I think it's going to be either you yourself or the whole family, actually. Could be the whole family. With the Three of Cups here. There is something else about if you are expecting to get married soon to your individual, if you are not, okay, if you're just in a long-term commitment, I get it. You're waiting for that next level up in your relationship. That's okay. It seems like you're going to get it. Okay, you will get it. I see more about, let me take a look here. I mean, I do see a timing of up to 3 years. Up to. No more than that, though. Okay? No more than that. Up to 3 years. Now, There's also another specific message about paying attention to your children. If you have them with your partner, great, but paying attention to them, or it's possible that they may be leaving the nest shortly. Okay, they may be leaving the nest shortly. Your child or your children may be leaving soon to go and venture somewhere else or adventure somewhere else. Okay, don't worry, it's not a bad thing. It's actually for their betterment, and I think that you're going to be okay with, you're going to be a little bit of maybe like a papa or mama bear kind of thing. You're going to be protective, but it will, it will wane a little bit here, because then you'll realize that your child or children are doing well on their own. They're fine, no issues. So there's that also here. There is a decision being made. There could also be some Leos here that are closing a specific cycle with someone, maybe closing a specific cycle with their child or children, whatever this is. There is that going on as well, especially with the Fool, the Page of Cups, and the World. That does talk about trying to close something or close something out. Now, if you are more on the kind of like spiritual Leo, and you have a spiritual dynamic, you know what I'm getting at, then you guys may actually decide together to go to a retreat that helps you strengthen your emotions, your body, your mind without the everyday hamster wheel. I have a feeling you guys will put some effort into revitalizing or refreshing yourselves, kind of thing. Yeah, together. But it could be a couples retreat, something like that. Or it could just be just a retreat in general, maybe like a spa retreat where that's all you guys do at the resort, kind of thing. You guys just take it easy. You have quite minimalistic accommodations, that kind of thing, but it's all for your betterment to just relax, really relax. Kind of be away from the everyday race, everyday competition, something like that. So you guys may decide together to take that trip, to just be sure to, kind of refresh yourselves. Okay, refresh yourselves. Other than that, if it's not just the two of you and there are children involved, then you guys are going to take a family trip. Okay, that will be going on as well. All right, let's move on to the single Leos. So let's see what single Leos have here and who they can expect coming their way, things of that nature. Oh, I already see one here. There we go. Anything else for the single Leo, please? Is there anything else for the single Leo? Please and thank you. Is there anything else for the single Leo? What's going on for the singles, please? What's happening for the singles? What should they think about? What should they expect in terms of human approaching them, whatever the case is? What's going on for the Leo? Single Leo. Wow, that was quick. Anything else with that? Is there any other message? Yes, I see it right there. And I see that one right there. Perfect. And finally, there it is. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom here. We've got the Page of Wands. Great. Super. You may be getting a date very soon, or you're just gonna be going on one this weekend, potential. But let's take a look in terms of what's actually happening, what's going on, right? So there we go. First one here, we have the Four of Wands. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Next up is the Eight of Swords. Oh, what happened? Then we have the Hangman. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, give me a second here. Then I've got the Ace of Cups. That's good. Lovely. The Two of Wands. No, sorry, Two of Pentacles. And Judgment. Oh, Leo. Leo, you may have a little bit of what they call a blast from the past. Okay. That is a potential here. mostly because they see that you're doing very well for yourself. I'm not going to joke about that, but it is here. Um, you, however, might have a little bit of a problem accepting this person back into your life. Okay. It seems like you're doing everything required of you in order to have a better outcome of a future type of thing. So here it does look like somebody may say hello because they're seeing you doing really well for yourself, but you might not say hello back is what's going on here. You're going to put that old thing on hold. That's what's going to happen. You're going to just say, you know what? You're in the past for a reason. We are, our dynamic is in the past for a reason. Yes, it could have been really nice. It could have been really stable. It could have been loving at one point, but those days are gone, you know? And Leo, it seems like here you are completely over, sorry, you've completely moved on a specific dynamic here. Now, it could have been with a Pisces, a Scorpio. Who are you guys? Just a second. Let me see. Pisces, Scorpio. I've got Libra. I've got another Leo. I've got a Taurus. And Ace of Cups is usually an every sign from the water element, but I'm not getting that feeling. I'm getting that one's more like Cancer. And Page of Wands is Sagittarius. Okay. So any of those signs that I just mentioned, you could be dealing with. Regardless, though, that are those old energies, right? Regardless of what this is, it seems like you're going to try to keep your balance afloat here. You're going to try to do everything necessarily possible for yourself to kind of keep yourself away from the old thing. And that's fine. Leo, you are more welcome to say bye bye to the past and hello and welcome to the future and to the present. But it seems like you're going to put the past on ice. I do get that feeling. I really do, especially with that Hangman and the Judgment card. It seems like, it's going to be a small little message from the past, but you're kind of going to say no thank you here. Yeah, maybe an apology here. But you kind of feel like it doesn't bring, yeah, you feel like it's the same old, see? Ten of Wands and Page of Pentacles. So you're not really choosing to reinvest in this because you already know the truth about this specific person, old person, past person, ex person. Okay. And it seems like you have a little bit more dignity in yourself. You respect yourself enough to realize that it was good, but also realize that this person was playing mind games. And there were some there was something wrong with this Eight of Swords here in this dynamic. It overtook the dynamic here. It hijacked your dynamic with this old person. So yeah, I don't think you're gonna go for it anymore. You might be thinking about it a little bit. You might be thinking about it when this person returns and tries to offer you the most, when they didn't before. But I don't really feel like you're going to go ahead with it. I really don't feel it. I feel like you're going to look towards new. And Leo singles, who can you expect? That is the next person who is long term for you, specifically long term for you. What are their personality traits? How are they? Who are they? Really? Oh, quite a bit. Okay, let's take a look here. We have a Scorpio. We have Pluto, also Scorpio. We've got a Libra. That's good. That's good. At least they're fair. Water, air, Aquarius. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Um, this does pull on the old energy a little bit as well. They were emotionally unavailable with you. They were not giving their best into the situation. However, the person that's incoming is going to be all that and more, which is very lovely for you. So, Leo, it seems like you're going to get a person who has a strong presence about themselves. First of all, Scorpio and Pluto are very, very like they make an impact, and you make an impact too when you're around people and whatever else. You do have a tendency to be present in the group. You may be really charming or very alluring, or your looks kind of speak for you. They bring in people, whatever it is here. But overall, you have an individual on the horizon who is an equal, is what I want to call it. It is not about a competition of the spotlight. That's not how it's going to go here. It's just a matter of this individual having an equal amount of presence about them. But they will be very open to sharing that presence with you. They will be very open with that. There is fluidity here. They will communicate very well, and you may find that they have a pretty logical perspective about life in general. Even if they show their emotional side to you, that's something that is private between you both, kind of thing. However, you will find that this person can articulate their feelings very, very well. And you'll see that they have some, like, their communication skills are really, really good, actually. I do like that very much about this person. Now, from time to time, like I was saying, you will notice or you will see that this person might put their mind over their heart. That's not exactly a bad thing because they have good boundaries. They really do. They have very good boundaries. And they understand the the energy exchange with keeping everything in balance. They understand this, and they will try their best. They will do their best to make sure that everybody's happy, that you're happy emotionally too. You guys look like a really nice what they call a power couple on the surface, kind of thing. So this is a great individual. They could be just as stunning as you, okay? But it's not a competition about getting attention. It's that they have no problems with sharing it alongside with you. It's one of those things where you do not have to scratch to be noticed. Like you really don't have to do much at all, to be honest. This person will recognize you, and this is something that the two of you will recognize in each other, that you both have a certain type of magnetism. That's really what's going on. Now it may start pretty quickly. I will admit that it may start pretty quickly. You will see that you guys are getting along very, very well, both in public and behind closed doors. And it's actually nice. The more you get to know this person, the more you guys will develop the sense of admiration for one another. It's really lovely, actually. It's very, very nice. Like you'll see some qualities with this person that um you will genuinely enjoy. You'll genuinely want in a partner, and they'll be able to do that. They have the power to do that. They have the presence. It's their it's their essence that will talk to you the most, is what I'm trying to say here. This person's great. This person has a pretty intimidating aura about them, but they are fair. Like they're a fair person. They are a very fair individual. They like things to be um they like the scales to be balanced, especially with the Libra here, of course. But they like equal treatment. They like fair treatment. They like to, uh, you know, reciprocate in a mutual fashion. this is a nice person. This is a very good person. So this is the type of individual you may require to have your eye out for. It is someone that will have their stuff together. Yes. It is someone that doesn't really like to lie. And Leo, I don't think you want a liar anymore based on what you went through previously here. You want someone that you could just really let your hair down with. And it seems like this person can provide that for you, that safe space that you're looking for in order to just be like, oh, thank goodness I'm with a great person who understands me and knows that I need to have a day off. It's something like that. And they're going to be great for that. They really will. They really will. All right. So, next sign is Virgo. So, Virgo couples, let's take a look what's going on for you, right? Virgo couple, let's see what's happening for you. Let's take a look here. Oh, well, I mean, collaboration could be in the cards for you. We'll see. We'll see. Figuring something out with your person. That's nice. Or walking into a different solution or resolution with your partner here. But let's take a look really what's going on for Virgo that is attached. So, attached Virgo, what would you like to talk about? Well, according to your dynamic, right? We have a boo-boo. We have a little bit of a boo-boo. It is about showing your emotions, not just talking about them, but actually showing them. So I don't know if this is you or the other individual, but it seems like there's a requirement to show. Yeah, show. It is about showing. It's about expression. It really is with the King of Wands there, but let's keep going. Let's take a look. Seven of Cups. Page of Wands. Oh no, they degraded. What happened here? Hold on. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Oh my, Virgo. Uh, Virgo, you might be thinking about maybe having a different start elsewhere. You might be worried that your person might be trying to, you know, see other options that are out there, something like that. I think what's really missing here, Virgo, is that you're both not really showing each other the love that you both deserve to have, right? And I'm not saying that it's, it could be completely out of both of your control, like you're getting busy with work, or you're getting busy with the kids, or you're just a busy person, and sometimes life does get in the way between individuals who are having a relationship. It happens, okay? There's a family emergency. That's something else, right? That needs a little bit of attention more so than the relationship as a result here. But let's talk here for a second. If you think that your individual is going to leave, I don't really feel like they will, but I do recommend that you both start balancing out the partnership in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of talking apparently here. There is some talking here, but there's not much doing. I mean, the King of Wands is a doer, but is it that somebody is a little bit too proud to show you how they feel? Is that what's going on here, Virgo? Too proud to, tell you that you are an important part of their life, piece of the puzzle in their life? Is that what's going on? Just a second. Knight of Wands. Page of Swords. Yeah, they keep degrading here. I'm not a fan of that part. And Five of Cups. So, Virgo, there are some mistakes happening here in this dynamic. It is a little bit related with making unwise decisions. Something like that, okay? Like short-sighted decisions here, Virgo. Instead of, here's one thing that I do require to kind of slightly bring your attention to. Instead of criticizing this individual or anything of the nature, I mean, from time to time, they probably do deserve to be told something, right? But this here is more like it's letting you know to bring a little bit of like a finesse to the situation, a not as harsh or sharp of your tongue here or their tongue, whatever. You guys can switch the roles if you need to. Um, it feels like I need to say that if you guys are currently going through something not so super duper at this time, okay, and you're both slightly stressing each other out somehow, the sooner the better to get this dynamic out of the doghouse. Yeah, it's something like that. There is another thing about potentially some financial issues. Possible. I mean, kind of, maybe. But that's going to be overcome. So there's no problem there. There is a big requirement, though, about about expressing oneself. This is very important to this relationship. You could be with a person who their love language is through acts of service, and you may not be doing that. And they're not feeling so super duper. They may be feeling like a loser, with a winner, but still, they might not feel validated. They're confused, they might be a little confused as to what's going on in your dynamic. Likewise, yourself, right? You might be a little confused in terms of how this person actually feels about you. If if you still entice them after so much time here, and if you guys can still, revive this, is what I want to say. Okay. Okay. There is another situation where there's a person who is trying to save the partnership, but it is on its last legs. That is true. That's actually true. I will be honest about that. Because there is a deterioration of emotional expression. Basically, there is none. And this has taken a toll on this partnership. It has. It has. So some of you may be going through something not so great here with the abandonment and all that. Mm, but it's almost like it works out for the best possible, like it works out in the best possible way for both, for you and your person. Well, at that point, they'll be your ex person, right? Make sure that everything that you guys need to figure out is done in a diplomatic fashion. Any kind of obligations you have to each other, be it through bills or mortgage or what's the other one? Children, pets, anything like that. Make sure that that's all figured out and balanced out equally, properly, things of that nature. And then things will be okay. If this is truly a dynamic that is really just heading towards the rocks, then the major suggestion is to make sure that it is finished with a amicable outcome here. It'll be fine. I think you'll both be able to, kind of put your adult faces on towards this in a tolerant and cordial way. So that's not an issue. So either some of you are lacking expression, and it's high time to do so with, different venues, different types of expressions here. Positive reinforcement here. Positive, optimistic communication and outlook, and then you guys will not have to go through some kind of, boo boo breakup. Now, for the others, you may actually go through the breakup, but it's because the prolonged emotionless kind of dynamic has really thinned this out. Mm, I kind of feel like I need to say there's nothing to save anymore. So there's also that. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. Moving to, and with that one, with that last one there, you will be able, it'll turn out in the best possible way anyway. So everybody kind of gets to win, regardless if it's kind of a unhappy, uh, unhappy event. Everybody's a winner in some way, shape, or form. So don't feel like, it didn't work out and it's your fault, or it didn't work out and it's their fault. This was, it kind of just it just thinned out over time. Okay. I just hope that you guys have the time to, have the opportunity to fix it, right? Fix it. But if it's still going towards a see you and have a good life without me, then that's where it's going. But it's going to be in a nice fashion. It's not going to be hectic. Okay, it's not going to be a problematic breakup or anything like that. All right, singles, Virgo singles, what's going on for you and what's happening here? I've got the Queen of Wands here. Lovely. That's very good. That means you're feeling yourself. Awesome. Very good. You are in a place of being optimistic in your life, which is lovely, by the way. I do like that. But let's go ahead here. Let's see what else wants to pop out with that or after the Sun. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, I see it. It's right there. Now it's the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're really if you're not feeling good now, you will very soon, is what I need to say. Yeah, you definitely will. And that's why. You're gonna have a lovely match here. Someone who is says what they're going to do and actually does it. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Like, they're pretty consistent. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. You guys will be good. Let me just see this one real quick. Yeah, you guys will be great. You guys will be super duper. Wonderful. It is a wonderful, balanced energy that's coming in here for you in this new individual that you're going to meet. I'm not going to say it's the next person right away, but I will say it is in the month of August, September-ish. Yeah, August, September, actually. It will be in the time frame of August, September. Maybe even as quick as July, actually. So I know, but like over the summer, over the summer, you're going to meet into an individual who is really for you. They balance you very well. They complement you very well. You guys suit each other in a really nice fashion here. You guys may be both pretty optimistic individuals, and if you're not, then meeting into each other will actually create that optimism within one another here. So it's very, very good to see this. Okay, give me a second. Let me see the personality traits of this person, because this person's really nice. They're pretty balanced. They're great. They're not too bad. They're not too shabby. And you're not going to have to wait very long for the offer from them. Either you make the offer or they will, but you're not going to wait long for it. You won't. You definitely will not. Okay, let's see this person's, ooh, communication skills are good. That's nice. That's also your card. Mercury is your planet. Okay, let's take a look here. And that King and Queen of Wands is definitely here too. They do want to say hello. I see that. Okay, and the Knight of Wands, of course. Let's take a look. I apologize. That was me. Okay. That was my stomach. Give me a second. I'm drinking some tea. It's lovely. Okay. What else with this individual? Oh, okay. Oh my. Okay. Wow. Your emotional connection will be very, very similar to each other, actually. The emotional connection will be really good. really, really good here, Virgo. It seems like you guys are going to be doing a lot of things together, being proactive with each other or being active with one another. And you will both be able to communicate with one another very openly, as well as you will both be able to tell each other what's on your mind. The hidden one, not the everyday life one, not that one. We're talking about the vulnerable subconscious one. Okay, so you guys will be able to kind of share some of your own secrets, your own worries, your and it'll be matched. It'll be matched. Like they'll tell you a little bit of their own doubts and concerns, and you will be able to in turn tell them your skepticism and whatever else, right? Worry for the future, the uncertainty, and all that stuff. You guys will be able to kind of have a good grip and understanding on how you both feel in the moment and long term wise. You guys will have a really good connection here with this one. Now, there's a warning with the sun and the double moon here. It's not really a bad thing, but it is just a piece of advice. Make sure that with this next individual, you both keep each other afloat. You both represent each other's corners. Now, I'm not saying to create a codependent relationship with one another. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that camaraderie that a person knows that no matter what, you have their back in any situation. And no matter what, they have yours. Once you guys establish that, and you will be able to kind of overcome these worries together, basically. You'll be able to do that afterwards. Um, The communication style here, though, might be a little bit blunt or rough around the edges, I would say. It's not a bad thing, though, because sometimes it's good to speak from a practical and realistic perspective. So that is good, actually. That's very good. But mhm, it's not about competing with each other. Pluto here is very interesting. For some reason, this Pluto is giving me like a competition. It's not about that. It's not who does better than whom. It's about you as the King or Queen of Wands is supporting your King or Queen of Wands. You know what I'm getting at. You're both trying to soothe each other's concerns, which is very good. Very, very good here, Virgo. Very lovely. The person could be a Libra, by the way. I have a weird little feeling that they'll be a Libra. And they usually say that the signs that are adjacent to each other make either the best of friends or they have a specific understanding of one another, which is very good. So even if it's a Leo, right, you'll understand this person, or a Libra, you'll understand this person. You guys will understand one another very well here. It's very good. It's very good. It seems like you will both be able to speak your minds. Yeah. And show the gratitude that you're both in each other's lives, which is very nice. Very nice, Virgo. Okay. Next individual is Libra. So, Libra as a couple, what's going on here? Libra that's hitched, coupled up, whatever it is. What's happening? What's the dynamic? We have you. Whoa. Very good. I mean, it's nice, it's fair, it's balanced. What's happening? Let's take a look here. So I already have these. So we have the Fool. Oh, nice. Then I've got the Nine of Cups. Ooh, nice. That's good. You guys are... Oh, you guys are a little worried, though. But let's see. What's that worry about? What is that? What's that stress? What is this? Page of Cups. Hold on. Page of Wands. Seven of Cups. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I knew because I got a feeling of that already. I got a feeling of that already. So let's talk about this real quick here, Libra. It's not really a bad situation, but it is something to bring to your attention. Let's say it that way. There is a requirement here to be as least complicated to your partner as possible. You're stressing them out. So here it seems like not everything has to be your way or the highway, by the way, Libra. It's just a matter of figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Being able to, work on something together. Yeah. The little devil is inside the Ten of Cups, making a mess of things. Five of Wands, Two of Wands, Four of Swords. Chill out. Yeah, chilling out. Chilling out is the name of the game here, Libra. It seems like you are in a dynamic that, like, it wants to be fair. It wants to be refreshed, renewed, fair, honest, um, happy. No, there's something about this Eight of Swords that a person is just not, like, they might be confused in terms of where you guys stand together, something like this. I think it's mainly because you do your thing, your own thing by yourself, and you don't include this person, and therefore, this individual may look at you like the devil inside the Ten of Cups that you guys have created, or this is opposite. They are acting all sorts of wacky, and you do not want to smoke that tobacco. Mm-hmm. So that was good. So basically, here, like, it's just asking you to ease up on doing things always your way, or to tell this person to ease up on only doing things their way. It's about bringing balance into this dynamic, not confusing each other, not playing mind games with each other. That's not what this is about. It's not about trying to control the other person the best because that's the way that you want it, not you specifically, but just you as a general way of saying, general expression. You guys would both benefit from opening up your minds a little bit towards different ways of how to communicate from a optimistic and heartfelt perspective. But the mind's getting in the way. Most definitely. There's a mental prison evident here somehow. Now that's either you, them, or both of you are doing that to each other. One of you requires to stop living life like a single person because you are in a partnership. And this partnership requires, a little bit of no, it's not about what you can hold close to you anymore. It's about what you can share with others, the individuals that you share space with. There you are. Okay, there's going to be a change in this dynamic that you have with this person. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight because you did have the Seven of Pentacles, but there will be a good change here. It's for the better. It's for the best, actually. The change is going to be in a fashion where uh, one of you or both of you will get tired of your own shenanigans and you will actually start to collaborate with one another in a unison, which is very lovely, by the way. It's the best thing that actually can happen to this dynamic that you both share. But a person here needs to stop acting like they're the only important ones in this relationship. Okay, that's really what it's talking about here. You guys will get there. Okay, I have full faith with that. You guys will get there, but it is, like I said, it's about communicating from an optimistic place and a compassionate place for one another out of consideration for each other, and not making cuckoo banana, what do you call that? Mental gymnastics, um, with one another or towards each other. Yeah, it'll be great. I knew that was going to come out. I should have called it. I should have called it. Some things you will talk about, some things your partner will talk about, and you're both going to come to a specific enlightened conclusion about past situations needing to be left behind, past patterns requiring to be left behind. You guys are not in a dynamic of singlehood. You guys are in a dynamic of, uh, there's an expression, teamwork makes the dream work. This is where you guys will be on the same page here. Now, the 8th month of the year is specific here. So, hold on, that is August. August and September is when you guys will see kind of like a shift for the better, a change for the better. But you do require, the requirement here is to incorporate a optimistic and heartwarming exchange here. That's what needs to happen in order for all of this to kind of take its natural course. It seems like you're both on the verge of leaving the old poo-poo behind about each other, things that your partner is doing that isn't so great for you, and things that you are doing that isn't so great for your partner. You guys will have a discussion about that. Mm, you may have had multiple discussions about it, but this time it's like this year, it's the year that it'll click. It's one of those things. And it seems like you guys have a really solid chance to make this work very well for one another. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at Libra singles. What's going on for the Libras that are single? What's happening for single Libras? Let's take a look here. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Oh, 9 of Cups. Very lovely. Seems like you're just focusing on yourself here, Libra. It feels like you're more, you're directing yourself in a way, or you carry yourself in a way where your happiness is important. It's just as important as another person's here, Libra. So apparently you're trying your best to make yourself feel happy and fulfilled. Yep, emotional state. Your emotional state will be on the incline. You guys will be able to, work through some things for yourselves and reconnect with yourselves again. Give me a second. Yeah, it'll take a little bit of your time. That's true. Let's take a look here. Now, here's the thing, Libra. For you, for the single ones, okay, you may be wondering why you're still single or something like that. When there's an opportunity to emotionally invest equally, please do this. Please do this, even if it seems a little bit scary at the beginning. It's going to come out into a very beneficial way for you down the road. Okay. There is also something else. I think this is more applicable to you, Libra. This one is that if you see that your happiness is not being considered, you're leaving. You will show complete disinterest. You will put that person, rightfully so, on hold. Ooh, I mean, I would probably, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to talk about closure. I was going to say, don't put them on hold for too long. Just let them know that you're not really interested in a one-sided dynamic. Okay, you're not interested in that. If, however, you have an individual, you meet into an individual who is, putting in equal amounts of effort or close to equal amounts of effort, you see that they're not trying to breadcrumb you or anything like that, then this will be in your massive, massive favor. And it will be very good for you. You'll be happy. They'll be happy. Everybody will be happy. Okay. Now, let me see this person's mental state and heart place where they're coming from here. Let's take a look. An Aries, a fiery individual, a person that gets things done. Yeah, a person that gets things done. And they could have a little bit of an intimidating aura about them or presence about them, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's also you. It's almost like you're gonna meet into your, I don't know why, it's like your other half, in a way where you won't have to really explain yourself, um, how you function, who you are, things of that nature. This person will just instinctively know. They will just know what you're trying to look for here. Just a second. They will be open heart type, and they will also believe in putting in the adequate effort, and also be able to speak to you like an adult, be able to see you on the same level as themselves, because you are all about equal treatment, fair treatment. The Libra that I'm speaking to, who is, who is the type of person who wants to have an equal balanced partnership here, you are going to meet into a person who will feel like a little bit of a dream, to be honest, because, and it's not that you shouldn't trust it, it's just what I mean by that is that the reason you'll feel like they are a dream come true is because you won't even have to open your mouth for them to know how you're feeling. Like, you won't even have to explain to them how much work it takes to actually have a healthy dynamic. You won't have to do this. You did have to do that before, where you had to tell some people off because they weren't giving equally, but this is not that type of person. This person here could be a little bit in the spotlight themselves, doing something for the public. But this individual here, they know the amount of effort it takes to make things work here. Okay, they understand it. They know it. They will try to, kind of appease your better nature or something like that. They will try to show you the good side of them. And it's not really a mask. It's not a mask because Saturn is here. So that means that they are going to uh, stick to consistent effort, which is lovely. You required to do the same in return, though. You know this, Libra. You know this because you're here too, right? With the Libra and the Saturn. But it will go very, very smoothly for both of you because it's almost like you guys are two peas in a pod, two individuals of one mind, something like that. One heart, too, here. That's nice. That's very nice. It's almost like you went through people who weren't really up to standards, up to par. Hmm. I don't want to say I don't want to say it in a way where they are less than human or something towards you. It's not like that, but it's just that you weren't really you weren't really satisfied with what they were offering, which was not much at all. And you saw that and you said, no, thank you. You iced them and you rightfully closed that cycle with them, right? And now as you're getting back on your feet here, as you're getting back on you feeling emotionally secure, emotionally happy here. It took some time to get there, don't get me wrong. Um, you are in a position where you can say yes or no to specific individuals. And this one here, this incoming person, is going to be really nice because you won't even have to really, you won't even have to explain some things here to this person. You won't have to. Vice versa too, though. They won't really have to explain much to you. You'll just, both of you will click because both of you are on the same type of mental frequency here. And it's good. It's very good. They'll buy you some flowers, you'll buy them some flowers, whatever the case is. It's a nice sense of like, you guys treat each other well. And that's really good for you. That's really good for you after a time of not getting much at all here with these other individuals that didn't really know the meaning of equal reciprocity, right? And fairness. They didn't really know about that. Well, they knew about it, but they didn't show it to you, right? But this one here, the next one, the long-term person, uh, you won't have to explain that stuff to them. Essentially, what I'm saying is you will not have to guide them on how to be a human being. You know, you won't have to do that to them. You won't have to explain anything. Much at all, actually. Not much at all. All right. So, Scorpio. Let's take a look here. What's going on for Scorpio? The ones who are attached in a dynamic. Oh, that's interesting. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Oh. All right, let's take a look. Scorpio, what's happening in your current dynamic? What's going on? If there's anything boo-boos, then I'll obviously tell you how to fix it. All that good jazz. I'll let you know on what is the best possible route to get things resolved. Yes, if there is a boo-boo. If not, we're going to move on here. Okay, let's see. We've got an Ace of Wands. Oh, that's good. I mean, it talks about being motivated in something or about something. We've got a Six of Pentacles. Great. We have a Three of Cups. Lovely. I've got a Page of Cups and a Six of Cups. And finally, a Wheel of Fortune. This is nice. Knight of Swords. Very good. The quicker, the better. Actually, the quicker, the better. This is a good reading here. So, Scorpio, for those of you that are attached here, for those of you that are in a dynamic, a long-term standing dynamic, apparently, things are going pretty well. The only thing that you require to keep in mind is not to rehash past things unless they are positive in nature. Okay? If they are positive old memories and you guys want to get back to, let's say you guys want to get back to the way things used to be when they were fresh, they were young, they were happier, they were adventurous, more adventurous, then you guys have all rights to do that with each other. All it really takes is to get motivated and show each other that sense of willingness to rekindle this relationship, respark this relationship. It's something like that. Now, there is an individual, I will talk about this too because it's coming up. There might be still an individual here, you or your person, Scorpio, that there's a requirement to let go of some old memories, some old contracts, is what I heard here. Let go of some old contracts with the people of the past. The past is the past, Scorpio. I'm talking about emotional baggage here. I am. Because it does weigh a little bit on one of you or both of you. And it's something that should not be, I mean, it shouldn't be welcomed, you know? It's not that it shouldn't be welcomed. What I mean is that there's no need to open the old door once it has been closed. And it's the same for friends. Apparently, I have to mention your friends. Um, these friends shouldn't really have an open door to your partnership either. What used to be, or how you used to be, or something like this, or how your person used to be, their friends telling you and all that. That's in the past. That's done. That's done and gone. Okay? You guys have a dynamic together, and that's where you guys should be focusing it. That's the type of place that it should be heading towards, because the equal reciprocity is between you both. It's not with these people. It's not with the extras. It's between you both here. So this dynamic is going to go very nicely, very well. It does require for you both to communicate with one another from a perspective of compassion, consideration, and collaboration, cooperation. Okay, and kind of like get on the same page emotionally together. So that would be nice. That would be actually very nice for you guys. Now Scorpios who are in a family dynamic. Okay, you guys have children together. It looks pretty solid, actually. Your kids are going to be pretty happy. The whole overall family dynamic is going to go very well. I don't really feel like there's going to be any disasters here for you, Scorpio. Your family is going to be fine. Uh, you may you may require though to lend some support to one of your children to give them a little bit of a happy pep talk, okay? Good encouragement, positive reinforcement. That's what it's called. So they can somehow overcome some type of problematic situation here that is keeping them a little bit low about their own confidence levels. There's something about self-esteem here. One of your kids might be requiring a little bit of a pep talk from you here, Scorpio, in a way that it is compassionate, it is understanding, but at the same time, it is very, very uplifting. Okay, so there is that as well here, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good. No issues. No issues with that one at all. So, Scorpio singles, let's see what's going on for you. Give me a moment here. Let's see what's happening for the Scorpio singles. Who are you going to be entangled or dancing with in a long-term fashion next? Who is it going to be? Okay. I mean, at first I'm going to see your state, how you are, what you're doing, all that good jazz. And then we're also going to see the person. And that's it. That's it. And then I'll be on to the next portion for the next signs after. All right, let's take a look here. Single Scorpio, what is going on for you? Single Scorpio, what is going on for you? Oh, saw that. I saw that. A new, fresh beginning. Very lovely. Keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is going on here. Over time, a little bit of patience is required here. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, you've got all the time in the world here, Scorpio. Apparently, give me a second. Oh, yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to come to your achievement, your goal of the happy spouse, happy house, dynamic here. Okay, let me see what's going on with that. Just a second. What's up with this Knight of Wands? What's going on here with this Knight of Wands? Okay, yeah. Thank you. And that last one, too. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's take a look. I have the wonderful and lovely, the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and what's going on here? We have the Six of Pentacles, good. The Knight of Swords, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's you. Death card, there we go. And also the Magician. You're switching, okay, Scorpio? You are switching out. I was going to say you're switching out of a miserable existence. That's good. That's really good. I don't know why I had to say it like that, but I did. Um, You're no longer really allowing things of the old to affect you anymore. Um, you have come to your own realization that some people just don't give back equally, and that's just how they are. I don't think you're going to be cursing their name. Okay, I really don't think so. I think what you're going to do is you're going to make peace with the fact that, the old is the old and it's time to move on with your life. I do think that you're going to do that for yourself, and I think you're going to find that in a new person. Two of Cups. Now, this new individual is going to be very healthy for you overall. It doesn't seem like they're going to be in and out of your life here, because I do have a little bit of an on and off situationship that you were in before. This is not the case this time around here, Scorpio. For those of you who are single, you will come to an individual here that you will actually have a family with. They are that awesome. Okay. They are that wonderful. And whoever was in the past is in the past. Mostly because, they want to move on with their life. You want to move on with your life, and water under the bridge kind of thing. Okay. So let me see who is the individual that will be for you long term wise. Let's take a look here. Let's see their personality traits. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, already. Wow. They're pretty quick. They're pretty quick and pretty quick on their toes, actually, is what I heard. Oh, I see one more. I see this one right here. There it is. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty quick on their toes, apparently. That's really nice. Oh, it could be a Cancer. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's see. We have Capricorn. That's nice. Gemini. That's cool. Sagittarius. Mars. Ooh, pretty fiery over here. Okay. So this one here. Oh, that's nice. A person you can be yourself with. That's lovely. I like that. They are adventurous. Mm-hmm. But they are also quite serious in their daily life. Yes, especially since we started out with a Capricorn. That's true. If they make plans, they will definitely let you know about it. You'll be the first to know, is what I just heard. If they make plans, you will be the first one considered in these plans. That's awesome. That's very nice. They have this tendency to kind of like, maybe it is something like that. I was going to say along the lines of pedestaling you, like putting you on a pedestal, which isn't a bad thing, as long as, of course, you do the same in return. Then everything will work out very nicely, and it will be well balanced. Okay? There's the Cancer, there's the Moon. Who else is here? Hold on. Now, there is one thing that you guys cannot do to each other, and that is keeping your emotions to yourself. You guys will require to exercise being able to speak your hearts. Okay, your minds are already there. You guys are already speaking your minds, but it's about how you guys are faring emotionally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Leo. Well, maybe. That is possible. Could be a Leo, but I was gonna say Libra and Taurus. At this point, that's coming out. Scorpio and Aries, and Cancer there. Okay. It is very important that you both don't keep anything hidden from each other. It is very important. There's no requirement for you to expect the worst from this person. Nothing like that. This person's going to be, they're going to work very well with you for the sake of this partnership. They're also going to communicate well with you for the sake of the partnership. And they will also bring in a cheerful outlook or perspective for the sake of the partnership. The only thing that you guys cannot do to one another is boost any kind of secrets or, or anything like keeping each other in the dark or revving each other up with doubts and fears, concerns, things of that nature. That is something that you guys should not be doing to each other because then it's going to multiply. It's going to mirror, and that's not a good idea. Okay. Overall, this person seems to have a pretty balanced outlook about life, just as a whole in general. You may be suffering a little bit from some insecurity when you get into a partnership with a person, and they could be too. But that is your both. That's your shared lesson with one another, in order to bring that out of you, heal from it, or heal it entirely with each other's efforts here. So, like, let's say you have some type of fear about, unfaithfulness. They have the same thing, but you guys will be so disgustingly loyal that that worry is not even going to be worthy of sinking your energy into. You see what I'm getting at? So there's no reason to actually uh, boost any kind of deceptive or feeling like you're being tricked or anything like. No, there's no need for this, because if that's where you're going to put your energy, that's what you're going to get in return. So try your best not to be suspicious of this person, and vice versa, of course. And I think you guys will be going on a really good foot here. A really good foot. This is a nice dynamic here. It's got the stability, it's got the transparency, and it's got the optimism here. A little bit of spiritual connection here too. Really good. Really good. Very nice. So hopefully, I'm giving you guys all my very best, and it seems like you are focusing yourself from the old towards the new, which is great, which is very lovely. Good for you guys. You deserve it here. You deserve to have, a good partner here. Just stay away from any kind of dark thinking. Stay away from that. Okay. All right. Have a great one. Thank you, and I'll see the next batch from Sagittarius to Pisces. Bye bye for now.